Day. Excuse me. Hello and good morning. It is 5:46 a.m. I've been awake since maybe about an hour. I've had my coffee and my breakfast. Now we're starting the day. All right, let's get to rolling. It is Friday here in the kingdom, which is always a no work day. I have to get over to YouTube. Turn on Michael. Good morning. All right, now we're up. Okay, that was a good deal. Every time I start a broadcast, YouTube makes me go into the studio, put on monetization, even though they paid nothing hardly. My recovery going this morning seems okay. Saw the earthquake in Cebu. Major ordeal. We got lucky our house did not get destroyed. Sharon, good morning. Our house seems okay. But a lot of people not okay. So we got lucky this time. This is the first disaster that I didn't have to suffer. Yeah. Worm says to me here, says you're the goat. What's happening? We are the goats. Anyway, the earthquake, Vanjie yesterday, hey Bob, what's up? Vanjie made, I don't know, a lot of care packages and gave them to a charity to take up north to feed and help people. Is the rental house and the house the family lives in were both okay. So I was surprised that the one the family lives in is okay, because that is one of those mass-produced subdivision homes. And you never know about those homes. Now, my one in Talisai, my old original house, it was built by a guy who built bridges. That house is so strong. I was worried about the new house, not the old house. You know, new subdivision homes, not always the best quality. The only thing that was weird is how long it took them to realize and get out of the house. There, you know, people think you're supposed to get under a table and wait. Not when you're in a cement house. You get out of the damn house. Under a table or anything is not going to help you when the first floor falls to the second floor. Yeah, you can't hide from cement. If you're in the Philippines, you feel a good earthquake, get outside on the street. Do not stay in that damn cement house. And it's hard for people because you're shocked that it's happening, but you got to do your best to get outside. I've been through earthquakes around the world. You got to go outside. It's like a big deal. Are you going home? The doctor clears you to get a plane? I may go home for a visit once the doctor says I can fly. I was actually shocked that you can't fly. I didn't know you couldn't fly after surgery. I had never heard of that. I didn't know you're not allowed to get on an airplane for at least a month. Kind of shocking. Now I know. So if you have any surgery, you're stuck in that country for about a month. Or you take a big risk. They pump you full of blood thinners and fly you somewhere. And that's dangerous. So it's better just not to go anywhere. Barracudas, what's up? I did a couple of miles or kilometers, I don't remember, yesterday around the compound for some physical therapy. But I think it's too much. Kind of scared me, so I don't believe I'll go out again. I'll have to wait longer. Kind of made me paranoid. Yeah, I was paranoid the whole time. Even though I was just putting around at about 10 miles or 10 kilometers. I forget what my damn device is set at. Miles per hour or kilometers. I have to go in and look at it. I forget how I set it up. I had one device was set up default miles per hour, and another one was set up kilometers. Yeah, if I accidentally had a little crash, it would be more than devastating. So I think I'm going to chill, not do that again. I was too paranoid. Scared me. The whole time I was so paranoid. I've changed all my pedals back to flat pedals. And the bike that I had an accident, I took off the tires and put on a different tire. And this other bike, I'm going to change the tires on it too. I no longer trust being clipped on the bike. And I'm kind of paranoid about these Gravel King tires. I can't believe they gave way that quickly. So since the crash, I'm paranoid about a couple of products. I don't want to be strapped to the bike, and I don't want these Gravel King tires. I'm really blaming it on 3 different things. The cobblestone road, slippery tires, and then having my feet strapped onto the bike. I think the combination of the 3 caused the damage. Matter of fact, I think that's what I'll do this morning. I'll change some tires. It'll give me something to do. I've overthought everything. After you have a major crash, you think about everything. What could have done this, and how could that done, and what can I blame, and blah, 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 blah. So I went through every little thing I thought. Buffy Summers, hello and welcome. Whoop, whoop. It's a quiet morning here on a Friday. Your feet were strapped to the bike. Yeah, I had my feet, I had clipped pedals. I was clipped to the bike. Even though I fell so quickly that I couldn't move even a pinky and I hit the rocks, they were still strapped on. So I'm not doing that anymore. I can't do it. That's a shame too. I have nice pedals and nice shoes and now I can't use them. My first good ride on my new pedals and shoes ended in a disaster. Yeah, it ended very badly. And now I don't trust the Gravel King tires. They're kind of knobby looking, but once they get a little wet, and then on the cobblestone, they were like ice skates. Yeah, I'm in Saudi. We are in the eastern region in a small town called Jubail. Do they have rehabbing and up and walking? They do have rehab, but I can't get there, so I've been rehabbing myself. I have a couple of videos I follow. I actually could take up and walk around now, but the bone's not healed enough, so I'm kind of paranoid about it. Yeah, I'm paranoid about, I don't want to put too much weight for at least another month. You know, the doctor and everybody says you should wait 8 weeks before you put weight on your leg. But hell, I could do it. So I'm kind of really paranoid. What was your reason for moving there? I heard of a Southerner going there. I don't know, a long time ago in the 90s. I sent resumes around the world, and some Lebanese headhunting girl in Canada said, hey, we got a guy in Saudi who would like you to come and work here. I sent resumes around Europe, Asia. I didn't know where I'd end up. The first one was a guy in Saudi. I said, yeah, I'll give it a try. I showed up in Saudi to work. It was real nice. People were good place. And I've been working on and off here since the 90s. I worked like 14 years, took 10 years back to the States. Now I've been here about 11 years. Good people, good country. Yeah. You know, Saudi's a GCC country, the Gulf Cooperative countries. They're actually luxurious, safe, nice places. What's my religion? I don't do religion and I don't do politics. You can pray whoever you want and you can vote for you want. It's not my business. I don't care. I also don't care if you kiss boys, girls, or goats. Just keep all that stuff to yourself. No religion, no politics, and I don't care who you kiss. Not my business. Yeah. Good people apart from the guy who wouldn't change just the arm on your glasses. Yeah, well, that's just business people. That's that damn chain of business places. Yeah, I don't do religion, politics, or anything. I may make a comment about something occasionally, but I steer away from it. I don't care about this stuff. We are not hyper into the current events of any political environment, religious environment, or personal preference environment. If, whatever you like, God bless you and enjoy. It's up to you. All right, let's go in here. I would like another cup of coffee. We're going to get on the walker. I'm still using a walker for at least, I don't know how long, till the doctor says I can walk and put weight on my bone without getting hurt. Oh. Full of BS. I got good BS commentary. There you go. You know, sometimes we got some good BS. Oh. Let's do another cup of coffee. We're heating up the water. That's good. I'm up and moving. I've been roaming around. I even used the walker and went to the store. It was so terrible. It took me like an hour. This walker sucks. I got a cane, but I don't feel confident about it. It just feels too flimsy. I don't understand how that would support me. And when I look online, there's nothing that says anything about a cane. It tells you crutches and a walker. So I don't think the cane will be a good idea. I don't know, we'll see. I need to research a cane more. Because the purpose of this is just to take your body weight off of your compromised body part. Now we got to do the hot boiling coffee shuffle. I have to put it on the counter and use the walker to get around the counter, then I can sit down. So let's do my compromised shuffle. Shoot, I forgot I was going to get those tires. I'll do it later. Oh. All right, we are back. A different seat. I tell you what, hey David, I am going stir crazy a little bit. I'm not an idle person, so this is really wearing me out. I'm tired of being idle. I think this morning I'll change tires on the one bike and get rid of all the Gravel King tires. I may be wrong, but I'm blaming 50% of that accident on them damn tires. You know, I've been riding, how old am I? I'm 61. I've been riding since I was, let's say, 50. I've been riding a bike 50 years. I've never in my life had a bike fall like that. Really. Never had in my life had something like that. Damn bike just was like I was on a block of ice. I'm blaming these tires. And I've ridden on all sorts of roads. I was riding around the Philippines on the road soaking wet, and I didn't slip at all. Even though this was shiny cobblestone, you know, those paver things, still doesn't make sense. So I'm still a bit confused. And then I had to buy a new helmet. You know, after you crash a bike, I'm basically homebound now. I don't know. I'm going to go to work, I hope, Sunday. What happened to you, if you don't mind asking? Oh, I had a bicycle accident. I was up at 5 in the morning on a bicycle ride, and I crashed and broke my femur. So I just laid there in pain, got to the hospital with an ambulance, had a surgery the next day, stayed in the hospital a week, then they sent me home to heal. They put 3 titanium bolts to put me back together, and it's been a month now, and it's been hell. A month of nonsense. It's really bad. Yeah, it sucks. Bob, thanks for subbing. Yeah, so major accident in the middle of nowhere, early in the morning. It was a bummer. But now I have a lot more compassion for people who have things like this happen. I didn't really know how bad it was until it happened to me. So now I know if you've had a femur or your hip broken, you're in a bad shape. I didn't know this. And after that, I've also realized how many places do not have proper entrance for people who are handicapped. You can't believe how many places you can't even get in and out of the door because of the stairs, no ramps, no way to get in. So that's shocking also. I have learned that if you got 9 ads on here, really, that you're not subscribed. It's on YouTube too. I don't know if YouTube has ads. This is on YouTube, also on Facebook. We can't do anything about ads. It's been that way since the couple of years. We can't change nothing. They've even cut down what they used to share with the broadcasters down 90%. They take all of it. You're dealing with sciatica, the worst. Oh, I had that. Those suck. Yeah, I had that going on. Took me, you know how I solved my sciatica problem? I lost 100 pounds. Mine was from obesity and bad health. I switched to carnivore diet aggressively. I lost 100 pounds, and now I don't have that problem anymore. Yeah, I couldn't walk 100 feet without sitting down again. It was bad. My hip, all that area. But that's just because that was self-destruction, though. I was fat. And I had every health problem. High blood, high sugar. I had all those nonsense things. But once I switched to the hardcore carnivore and started cycling, lost 100 pounds, and now I don't have these health issues. Your mom is losing weight, which helped. She hasn't been having too much sciatica pain lately. Yeah, it's kind of strange, isn't it? Once you get everything right, you're good. That's for a tip. Yeah, it does. I switched to carnivore and started exercising. You know, I was an avid cyclist when I was younger. I don't know why I put it down. So once I switched to carnivore and then started cycling every day, I started last November. So we're almost 1 year into the diet and I lost 100 pounds. Maybe a little more. I haven't weighed lately. But I've lost over 100 pounds. And all my crap stopped. All the problems. Earl is at Marcelino's house. The guy, that Filipino that watches him, he's hanging out with him for a while. Anyway, after losing the weight, switching my diet, I don't take any meds. I don't need my blood sugar is normal, my blood pressure, everything's normal. It's amazing how much bad food and obesity just really hurts you health-wise. People don't realize that obesity and bad food is just, oh my God. The worst part is the doctor wants to give you a pill for everything. Oh, you need a blood pressure medicine. You need one of these in the morning, one of these at night. Oh, wait a minute. Now you got sugar. You need to take this in the morning, take a shot in the afternoon, take this at night. None of them tell you it's very important to exercise and lose weight. Or to not eat any oil and not do this and not do that. They just provide you pills that get you by. Your obesity is your number one problem in your life. All my problems went away when I lost the weight and started eating right. That's just amazing. I'm still shocked about that. I suffered for years just self-destruction from bad eating. Once you change your diet and get your life right and exercise, you got to exercise too. You don't exercise, it ain't going to help. You got to diet and exercise to get it done. Freaking hard. You go from being a glutton and you got to hyper focus on another deal. And I love good food. It's a big problem for me. Especially pizza. Oh, I love pizza. I miss a lot of things. I really miss some good food. But yeah, I really like pizza. Oh, extra cheese, double pepperoni. I like pizza. No more. And then pasta. Oh my God. That truffle Alfredo pasta. I can't have that anymore. A few dishes that I really liked, I can't have anymore. That's life. You don't realize all the things that are just poison. Broke my femur in a bike accident. Can't fly. Risk of blood clots. He uses a walker and he's in Saudi. No, he can't drive right now. Oh, Chanel's. Did you, Sharon, post that at the top? Sharon getting tired of hearing what happened. It's only been a month. I've only repeated it hundreds of times. I think I will change tires on that bike. I'm scared of those tires now. Then the one I'm using, the compounded rubber, seems better. Man, I tried to use a bike yesterday. I couldn't even sit on the damn thing. The seat is the worst. Back in the old days, people was not fat. I think it's because of laziness. Actually, partially true, and also when we were kids, we didn't eat out and we didn't eat junk food. Everything was cooked at home. There was no canned food. We didn't eat anything out of a box, a can. And in our house, we never drank soda. We only had either juice or water or tea. So we never drank soft drinks and we never ate junk. Yeah, we were outside running around. As soon as the morning came, I was outside, didn't come home till night. You hunted dinosaurs. I think you married one. Sorry. Just active, hell. Between water skiing, snow skiing, and racing motocross, we didn't have no time to get fat. And we hardly ever ate. We never snacked. We never snacked. We never ate out. We never drank soft drinks. All meals were at home. And we never had no money in our pocket. You'd be running through the neighborhood. You stop at any house and just turn on the water and drink out of the faucet, the spigot. We didn't have bottled water. We didn't have anything. We just made it. Yeah, we just lived differently. However, there is science where you can eat a lot of things, but a lot of us avoid the science and we get caught in the organic world. A lot of people forget. During our history as human beings, during the prehistoric times, Neanderthals and Homo erectus, or erectus, they died at age 35. And what you have to remember is, if everybody died at the age of 35, that was a long life. You have to remember, they only ate organic. They didn't have any other choices, but they still died at age 35. That was the oldest you got. So being organic is not necessarily the key to a long life. We do need modern medicine and some type of vaccines and other things to get us by the problems. But the Homo erectus, or whatever you call him, he died at age 35. And he was totally organic. Last time I seen Coda, there was a dinosaurs. There you go. So we have to also look at the science. Just living organic is not the secret to long life. All the prehistoric peoples, all the people before us were dying young. I couldn't imagine being on the planet back then and having a infected wisdom tooth. I bet it killed people. I wonder what a lot of people died of. Could you imagine having a tooth problem back then? What the hell would you do? I guess that'd be a death sentence. Imagine having 2 embedded wisdom teeth. What would you do? You just die. You don't have no choice. I bet life was a bitch. That's why they died at age 35. Oh, have a kidney stone? They were tougher. They weren't that tough. They died at age 35. Your dad pulled his own teeth. That's crazy. You see the old Western movies during like Civil War deal? The dude's been shot in the leg. He's bleeding everywhere. They put a tourniquet on it. They put he drinks a half a bottle of whiskey. They put a big old something leather in his mouth. And then, all right, we're going to have to take that leg. The dude is laying there. They're sawing off his leg and he is not medicated. He's had some whiskey. No, thank you, sir. Can you imagine? Holy shit. That would just be like, how do you handle it? I'm sorry. I don't think I can hang with that program. Sawing off your leg and the only medication was some kind of rot gut whiskey. No, thank you, sir. Who's the dude who invented Novocaine and pain reliever? That dude needs like Oscars and Emmys and everything. Yeah, lots of infections and death because they were dumber than hell. They'd saw your leg off and then go to the next guy and use the same saw and saw his leg off. Remember, we didn't have no penicillin and amoxicillin and all that. So the science has helped us. Preventing infections after surgery is a major ordeal. So our modern science has saved us. It really sucked back then if you didn't drink. Well, you had to drink. That was what they used for medication. That's how they did it. Remember, before Red Bull, there was Coke and cocaine. Glad we have antibodies and painkillers. Exactly. If we didn't have antibiotics and painkillers, this life would be terrible. Well, so I'm happy to be in the modern world. Really. Another good thing about modern world is deodorant. Thank God. Have you ever been in a room with people with no deodorant? Oh my God. So thank God we have deodorant and hygiene. That's a lifesaver. I can't sit around a bunch of stinky people. Your wife still cooks with arsenic. I don't think that's a very good idea. Fresh water with freaking soap. Yeah, well, you remember, did you see some of the old westerns? The dudes would be out on the horse for 3 weeks, and when they get into town, they would pay to take a bath. Well, why didn't you just stop at the river and take a bath? Did you see those old movies? I don't know if they're accurate or they really depict history, but every time you rolled into a town, the first thing you would do is pay for a bath. It's like, bruh, what were you doing the whole month while you were riding that horse? You don't think you could have had a little bit of soap? Stopped at the river? I don't understand that. You think most of that was made up for the movies? I'm curious. It had to be. I mean, who in the hell would go right across the desert 1 month with no bath? We need to research that. I'll have to Google that. Did people really not take a bath in the Western days? Special Lex, what's up? So I'm just curious how that worked. Your hair would be plastered with grease. Everybody would be. It'd be nasty. You know, in the movies, they show them taking off this dude's socks, and it's so disgusting. The socks, they stand them up. They're brown and crusty. Yeah, and I'd like to understand how that did work. People had to be taking a bath. Just because you're traveling, you can take a bath. Jeez Louise. Hygiene is a part of mental health and mental happiness. Everybody has to admit, after a nice hot bath or shower, you just feel so good. Back in the old king and queen days, they bathed once a month. Really? They were innocent white years ago. That's true. I don't know. Just nasty. I grew up around the lake. We were down swimming in the lake every day during the summer. We were probably the cleanest kids in the world. Not alone taking a bath every day. I don't remember anybody not taking a bath every day. It's just like it's part of the world. Nobody would go anywhere until they took a bath, took a shower. I don't remember being around anybody who did not take a nice shower and bath and put on clean clothes. Twice a day. Yeah, most people we'd shower at night, shower in the morning. She would have a mothball. I don't know. Yeah, we had to take a bath twice a day. We didn't have to, it's just what we did. You wake up and you go take a bath. Then you go out the whole day. At night, you take another bath or a shower. That's just the way it is. Yeah, I like a shower personally. I don't like taking a bath. I'm not in there for like 30 minutes to an hour. I like to get in a hot shower, soap up, rinse off, and get out. I'm not really a bath person. I think that's a ladies' thing. Most men really, I don't know. Yeah, I just take a shower. I don't have a bath anyway anymore. Nowhere. I only have stand-up showers. But it would be nice to have a hot jacuzzi bath occasionally. Like now, with my injury, it sure would be nice to have a boiling jacuzzi bath, but I don't have one. Bath water, you're washing in your own body fluids. I guess I really don't get it. I don't know. I was watching this info thing about Japan, and they pour the bath water, and then they all use the same bath water. So they take this bathtub, fill it up. First person take a bath, next person take a bath. But I think they had a shower to rinse off. But can you imagine your whole family sharing one bathtub? Oh, and I think that's still common in Japan today, where the family shares the bathtub. That's freaking nasty. I can't imagine sharing a bath with the whole family. If you're first, it's cool, but if you're last, that's nasty. The person on the list last, it sucks. Continuous flow of fresh water in and out, cold, almost bathroom in the world offers it. That's cool. Save the environment. Your brother was always gross when he was young. This happens. Okay, we've had enough coffee for the day. Man, I keep hearing a noise out my door. Let's see what's out here. I already fed those cats their little hot dogs. Let's see what's going on. Why do I keep hearing a noise out here? There's nothing here. Oh, the dude over there's been washing a car. That's what I was hearing. See that car over there with the water around it? They were up washing that car. I knew I kept hearing a bucket hit the ground. Oh, there's a cat. A couple of cats there. So cats and a car wash guy. That's what I've been hearing. All right, let's move our sitting position into this room. This has been my podium for 1 month. I just lay here, and I've been doing this for like a month. Oh. Jamie Birch, dear God, where have you been? We put hundreds of tadpoles in our bathtub as kids. Did you? I got in trouble. I put the neighbor's daughter in the bathtub with me. Caused a lot of problems. Whatever. Been there. Just on the sidelines. All right, Jamie. Well, it's another day. Today I need to find a ride. I'm going to drop in on somebody today at lunch. I got to figure out how to get over there. Energy saving, yes, some very small value in it. Energy, I want to always more than I could ever possibly need. Any chance that the more you have, the more options to do something. I guess. You've been having you on the TV. Have you, Jamie? Cool. My mom comes in, but she says with her phone she's having problems. She texts and I don't see it till afterwards. I don't know what's going on. You know, people always have these issues. I did play a little PUBG, but I can't sit there long enough to play, so I just play a game and then get off and come back and sit down. Anybody have titanium bolts? I have some questions. I still can't lay on that side. Yeah, I still can't like roll over and lay. I'm wondering how long that takes. And then I was in a group and some guys shared a picture. It takes time. Hell yeah, I can't lay on that side. It's freaking uncomfortable. Damn, I'm getting messages from a delivery guy and my phone is in the other room. All right, we got to go all the way to the other end of the house. I'm getting messages from a delivery dude. Here we go. Back to the other side of the house. Mr. Fawaz, hello. Road trip for me. This is the hard part. Getting up and headed back to the other side. I guess I could take care of this dirty cup when I'm here too. Oh hell, I didn't take my vitamins yet either. I forgot to take those. You know what? Let's stop and do some vitamins. I'm not used to being a vitamin person. I usually don't bother with any of this vitamin stuff, but I figure a little extra stuff won't hurt. All right. Might just help the bone growth. That's the reason I'm doing it. That's the only reason. I'm thinking these added vitamins will help the bones. Other than that, I don't really need energy or anything else. You know, every vitamin claims to give you energy, this and that. Hell, I got too much energy now. The more energy I get, the more restless I feel. Okay. My dad is looking terrible. My dad looks awful. Poor guy. God, he looks terrible. It's sad as hell. He's going to some rehab center and they'll do therapy at the center. He looks terrible. Oh my God. He looks absolutely terrible. If he makes it through this, he'll be lucky. It don't look good. He can't even talk on the phone. He says, he looks bad. It's bad. I'm afraid he's not going to be around a long time. It looks like his days may be numbered. Unfortunately. Look at this picture. It's sad as hell. This is my dad. He broke his femur 3 days ago. He don't look good at all. Looks terrible. He's in his late 80s, and it looks just terrible. Yeah, he don't look good at all. Poor dude. That's our life, you know. He had surgery, and now they're trying to get him to the, I guess, I don't know what they're doing, but he's already had his surgery. They put some kind of compression things on his legs, too. I don't know what they've done. Looks like he's got a catheter, too. That's just terrible. Yeah, he's not looking good. Looks terrible. Poor Pops. Yeah, he's not doing good. God bless him. Anyway, I don't even like to see it. It's so sad. I can't do anything about it. He has to have 3 people assist him. Yeah, he has to have assistance from 3 people. Yeah, it's not cool. They make you get up. I can't see anybody. I'm not even allowed to fly for another couple weeks. They make you get up the day of surgery or the next morning. Apparently, if you don't get up, your muscle will tighten and you'll never be able to walk. They did it to me. I had surgery, and a few minutes later, in walked a physical therapist. It was terrible. They make you get up and move around. It's miserable. The next day, when all of the surgery medications wear off, and then they tell you to get up, and they help you up, oh my God. I couldn't move 3 feet. It was so terrible. You can't even lift your leg up. They made him get up multiple times. Yeah, they make you get up. They don't let you sit down. You're not allowed to sit down. Or you'll be one of them people that never walk again. And what happens is, on a lot of older people, they won't get up. And a lot of people that are weak will not get up. My dad's 88. I don't really know when he was in the store how he fell. My dad rode his bicycle to the store and fell inside the store. He's 88, but he rides a bicycle every day. He has a 3-wheel bike. He puts in an elevator from the 3rd floor, goes outside, gets on a bike every day. So that's one good thing. He was exercising daily. So he wasn't a crippled, old, wrinkled up dude. My pop rides a bicycle every day. That's his mode of transport. So that may be a good thing because he was still active. He was not a crippled up guy. He'd ride a bike every damn day. All right, let's see what these messages are. Yeah, being mobile and exercising is another key. Hold on, I got to see something. What am I looking for now? Oh, yeah, this order that I have coming. I have a $20 order coming. A nothing order. Just like some little bitty pieces. How long ago did I order this? It'll probably come tomorrow. I have some of the tiniest little parts and pieces, little caps and things that I ordered. It may come today, but I would think it'll come tomorrow. Who's the delivery people? My delivery people for this. I don't know who's the delivery person. I hope it's Ajax. Ajax is a good one. You grounded yourself from Amazon. I just buy from Temu. And I only buy COD. So I buy on Temu, COD, but I don't buy much. You can see what I bought. It's not even a big ordeal. I buy little, and these prices are in reals, not dollars. Order details. I bought these things here. They were 11 reals, which is like $3. These little cap pieces for my wheels. I bought these. They were out $3. This was around $7. This was $3. Total is $121 minus discounts, this and that. Total $99, $25, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items for $25. You're not going to say how much you spend? Well, I only do COD. That way I'm not putting anything on your credit card. I have a debt, one debt on one card, and it's wearing me out and pissing me off. You know, I have one debt that's killing me. The interest is eating me alive. My problem is I was buying and selling bikes using my credit card. So then I had delivery issues, shipping issues, and then I got hurt and I couldn't pack and ship a bike. And then the interest never stops. They're wearing me out. Hopefully I get it all caught up this year. I got one damn deal that's just wearing me out. It makes me so angry to give them money. Really. It hurts me. It's like a thorn in my brain. This damn credit card interest people just wear you out. I'll never do it again. It's freaking miserable. It's really the biggest pain in my life right now. Freaking interest. It doesn't matter what they tell you the interest rate is. They compound it monthly. So it ends up being outrageous. If you give them $500, they take $300 for interest. You know how it works. They never stop. I only have one to go now. I got everything else knocked out. Hopefully by the end of the year I can get that taken care of. It's killing me. It's just the whole principle of the thing. The damn interest is just pecking at me like a little woodpecker in my brain hole. It's killing me. Really, I hate it. Worst thing in the world. Son of a bitches. I can't believe it's legal. They do it with the Raj Mahajmatal magic voodoo shit. Oh, no interest for 90 days. Yeah, but what they don't tell you is there is. It's being compounded, but the first payment's not due for 90 days. They triple and double talk everything. See, I was doing it on the basis of no interest 90 days. Buy, sell, get my money, and pay it off. Well, if you don't pay it at the 90 days, they backtrack and put all that interest on there. So there is interest. It's just being compounded and waiting for 90 days. They got a scam and a hell. It's a big scam. All of the fine print, that 10,000 pages, you can't even read it. You know how it is. 10,000 paragraphs in microscopic words, but the only word you see at the top is no interest, 90 days. And then there's a star there. And then down below is 32 legal pages about what that star means. It's a scam. It's double talk. They ought to make them put that stuff in plain English. It's such a scam. Really? What a scam. It's amazing how many people around the planet are stuck in credit card debt. That's the reason yours is paid before they add the interest. Yeah, but if you're 1 day late, they'll add all that interest. Even though your payment's not late, but that period of free interest could be late. Anyway, I'm nipping it in the bud slowly but surely. That's why them credit card companies, they make money everywhere. At the seller gets to pay percentage, the buyer pays a percentage, the lender pays a percentage. Hell, the biggest companies in the world is credit card companies. They're making a fortune. They're really, that and healthcare people. They displace you without any painkiller. Yeah, it's terrible. Well, I've been out with no painkillers. That's okay. I've been dealing with it. It's been okay. It's not been nice, but I've been dealt with it. I need to open up my own credit card. Hell, that's good business. How can we start a credit card company? I need one of them. That's a good business idea right there. I think that's why even in the Bible it talks about usury. Even in the Quran, they talk about usury. It's predatory usury. And it's mentioned since biblical times about not to do that to people. But now it's mainstream business. We all just accept it. We're all a part of the usury. We're all being used. It's a way crazy. Yeah, I wonder how we ended up doing that. How did that become socially cool, you know? How did we all just accept that? Predatory lending and usury. The saddest thing is in the world is the people that don't have a bank account. Have you seen that? If you don't have a bank account, people have minimum wage or middle, like a really bad job. They get a paycheck. They got bad credit, so they don't have a bank because you can't have a bank account with bad credit. Then they go to a check cashing place, and maybe after busting their ass for a whole week, they may have $180, $200. And then the check cashing place charge them $25, $30. Think about all this. That poor, hard-working person is just beat down over and over again. They really suffer. I've seen it in the news for a long time. They were going to do something about that, but they never did. Remember back 4 or 5 years ago, it was big news about stopping the usury and stopping those predatory lenders. They loan people money on their paycheck weekly, and then the interest rate is so high. It was big news for a few, like 6 months to a year, and then it just disappeared. They quit talking about it. But it was big news. It was on every network about scamming, usury, and taking advantage of people. They put a cap on that, changed on interest. Did they put a cap? Still, it wasn't enough. It was major news for a while. Yeah, you're right. No job, no home, no payment, no anything. It's a major deal. Anyway, most places in the world, it's hardcore. When you fall and you don't have family or someone to pick you up, getting back up is a hell. If you look at all those people that were involved in that, for them to get back up seems to be a nightmare. I started watching on YouTube some dude that talks to homeless people. He goes around to different cities and he'll interview somebody. I forget what's his name. And it's talking young and old and people of all walks of life. It's kind of shocking. It's really shocking. More than half of them are drug addicts, but half are not. Half are just people that have ended up in a bad situation. But most of them, I would say, are just hooked on drugs. But many aren't. It's amazing how many people out across the world sleeping in a car. Could you imagine waking up every morning in your car? There was one lady in there, she was in her 50s. I didn't really catch how she became in the situation. She's living in a little old four-door car and has a job, goes to work every day. She takes a bath at a gym or a truck stop. She's 50-something years old, living in a car. Something happened in a divorce. Anyway, she ended up being broke and homeless, but living in a car. Sleep in the car better than having a mortgage. Some choose to do that. I don't know. I just don't. I can't. I need a toilet and a shower. Yeah, I couldn't handle that. But these are people that got no family or nothing. So they don't have any options. Most shower at truck stops. I hear you. Man, I would buy me an little old RV of some type. Hell, I'd rather live in an RV than a car. At least you got a toilet and a shower. Yeah, I'd rather live in an RV. The shocking thing is this lady worked every day. I think she had a real job. Her job was something at a school, like a teacher or a professor. I think she was a teacher at a major university, but had to sleep in a car. How did that work out? She's got to be making decent money. I wonder how that happened. I need to go back and finish watching that video. I fell asleep. But she was fully employed, went to work always. It's not like she was lazy. She was working. Some marriage thing or divorce thing, something really was a problem. I don't really know what it was. Anyway, we lived in an RV before it was quite an experience. Really? Why not? RV ain't bad. A lot of people get old, sell their stuff, and live in an RV full time. You can move whenever you don't like your neighborhood. Was that lady a hoarder and had to sleep in her car? I don't remember. I watch this kind of crap when I'm in bed at night, right before I sleep. Some people are champions, class, hardcore urban all-terrain survival. I don't know. Hell, I just don't know much of anything. I'm lucky to be alive. Yeah, I don't have a lot of information on anything. I just don't understand. How can you be working full time and homeless, living in a car, and being a professor at a university? How could that happen? Have you seen what they do in the UK? Oh my God. I was watching some YouTube series about these guys in the UK. They're like, they evict people and then they collect money. You go to court in the UK and somebody sues you and you owe, let's say, $1,000. Well, time you get all the court case and everything added up, then you owe $2,000. Then they give you a little bit of time, so many months to pay that. If you don't, they send people to your house to demand the money. If you do not pay, they immediately start emptying all your stuff to sell it. Muhammad Saad, good morning. They take people's TVs off the wall, anything of value, car, refrigerator, and they sell it to pay that money back you owe. I've only seen that in the UK. I've never heard of that. Have you seen that? It's crazy. So they give these bonding people a writ, and they can go to your house, demand the money. You don't pay it, they start taking off your car, your TV, anything in a house of value, they take it right away. They're emptying out people's houses. They come and take your shit. They don't care. That's just crazy. We don't have that in America. I've only seen that in the UK. That's crazy. Just start emptying your house out, selling your stuff at pennies on the dollar to help pay your debt. I didn't even know that was allowed anywhere on the planet, but they do that in the UK. They act like it's okay. Just walk in, take your stuff. That's why people fled from over there. I guess it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's normal in Germany. That's crazy. I've never seen that in my life. I was shocked. Imagine owing somebody money and the police come to your door and start taking your TV, your radio, your phones, and all your stuff. That's just insane. And you don't have a choice. Tax police wear guns. Oh yeah, they're like a tax police there, and they are wearing guns because people get crazy. Somebody knocks on your door, opens your door, and starts taking everything out of your house. People are not going to, they're not going to be like happy-go-lucky. I watched one of those last week. They were taking the dude's TV off the wall, taking his appliances, and left him in his house with hardly nothing. He didn't owe much either. He started out owing $1,000, but due to him ignoring everything, he ended up owing $3,000. Kelp farmer, hello. I'm doing all right. I'm managing. Am I excited about managing? No, but I'm alive and well. I'm sitting here trying to make a corporate decision. I have to change the tires on one of my bikes. And I can't decide if I'm going to go black or beige wall. Do I miss Earl? Not at all. He was a good dude to have around, but I don't miss him. Zach, what's up? I mean, Earl's cool. But I ain't no passionate love with that old cat. Remember, he was here by default. It's not like it. He was just hanging out. I guess I'd miss him kind of being chatty. Because that son of a bitch talked all the time. Yeah, it's not a human, it's a cat. So I'm not really into that thing. It's not like, cats also, compared to a dog, I'm trying to decide which tires I'm going to put on the bike. I got a set of gray black walls and these beige walls. But I got to take the other tires off. Cat surrounded by sand, have to be happy. I hear you. I think I'll go black wall. Or maybe I should go beige. I don't know which tires to put on the bike, but I got to get rid of the purple tires. I think that I can't decide. Z1NT3. Okay. I think you got a problem with your country. Is paint expensive there? I don't know. They need the court warrant before they can start taking stuff. Yeah, I've seen them do it. They have a court warrant. It's just a TV show. You say your name is Zentech. What up, Zentech? Okay, am I going to go black or beige on the tires? I think I'll go black. Hold on, let me get my black tires and go into the other room. Let's do this. We're going to change our tires to black. Wolfie, what's up? Not much. I'm going to change tires on a bicycle. Give me something to do. They're free to expel you to the U.S. Which tires are safer? I'm going to show you what happened and which tire I'm going to call totally unsafe. And I'll tell you why. Let's get in the other room. You're from Tennessee. Yes, I am. What's up, Tennessee? Okay, what happened to me during my accident? I had these tires in yellow. But when they get wet, even my thumb, I feel them to be just really slippery. They're like, I don't know, they're more like a plastic feel than a rubbery feel. They don't feel grippy. They become like really, really slick. However, these Vittoria ones, can you see the rubber compound? It's more of a grippy rubber. Yeah, them girly tires there are going. I had yellow and purple. I'm taking them off. And on the other bike, I switched it to this Continental Urban tire, which is also a good grippy rubbery tire. Them colored tires are very dangerous, I think. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. But I have determined that tire there is not safe. It looks cool on the bike, but it's not safe. No, the bike I fell on was this bike. And I had yellow tires on it. But the bike didn't get hurt because I had a rack on the back which saved me. But then again, I had my feet strapped in. It was a nightmare. So this one I believe I will change. Colored tires. I guess it's how soft the compound is. Yeah, something's wrong with this tire. It's really annoying. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I like that bike, but that bike there is dangerous with those tires. Hope I get well. Dude, I've been down a month. I broke my femur. I got another month before I can be kind of normal to walk around. I could walk now, but the doctor said don't put any weight on your leg. You could re-break it, so. It's still painful. It takes forever to repair after this. Managed to walk. Feels like you could do some hiking, restart some biking. You feel like you can do it, but you can't. Because you can't put weight on your bone. Bones take 2-3 months just to get close to healing. It's not a quick thing. It's murderous. It's a biatch. How did I crash? I was at 5 in the morning near the coast. I went up a little hill to turn around and go back, and I was on a cobblestone road. But it was the fake cobblestones that are kind of shiny, and they were kind of wet. I wasn't really going fast, but when I went to turn, my bike just flipped up and slammed me on the ground. Yeah, I got slammed to the ground, and so fast, so hard, I thought a helicopter hit me. I actually thought I got hit by a helicopter. And then my bike flew off, and my leg was broke. My joint couldn't move. "2 years, you'll have full recovery." Yeah, bike with 2 tires on the back, I would think it's very safe. Yeah, my folding bike's much safer. Because it's a different setup style bike. Anyway, it is what it is. This was just a tire and an environmental problem at the wrong time, at the wrong everything. I hope. Freaking nightmare. Yeah. Big old nightmare. Why would a helicopter hit a guy on a bike? That's just what it felt like. I couldn't figure out what happened. I'm just turning around slowly, normal. Next thing I know, boom, I'm slammed into the cement. I didn't know if I got hit by a helicopter or what. Really, it was that bad. I was thinking, what the freak did that come from? It was crazy. Trike style bike, safe and easy. I looked into the trikes, but they're not as safe and easy as you think. 3 wheels. Have you ever ridden anything with 3 wheels? They're really hard to turn around on. I don't know if you've ridden a 3-wheel bike. It's terrible. Actually, that's why they outlawed the Honda 3-wheeler, because so many people got hurt. And they switched the Honda and all the SUVs to 4-wheelers. Look it up. How many people were injured, hurt, or permanently handicapped because of a Honda 3-wheeler ATV? They decided it was the most unsafe thing to be on, so they switched them to 4-wheelers. They made Honda stop. I think Honda volunteered to stop, took the product off the line. Yeah, those are actually not safe. Yeah, the 3-wheeler tip over, and the difference when they tip over, beach cruiser style is safer. Yeah, because it probably is. Nothing's really safe, and you can't live your life worried about safety to the very minuscule everything, but you should be preventive of it. Anyway, I've had 2 crashes. One, I didn't get hurt really, just a little bloody. This is the first time I got broken. I hate changing tires. It's such a bitch. Are there trikes? Oh, the ones that you lay down on. Yeah, those, what is that called? Yeah, I forgot what that's called. Recumbent bike. Those look pretty safe. But what I've seen about recumbent bikes, you're so low to the ground, cars can't see you and you get run over. That's why they put big flags on them. Hell, I watched 3 days ago a story about this guy and his daughter. They got run over. She's still going through all this urgent care stuff. Freaking ran over her. Can you imagine? They ran over the girl. And the driver was a hit and run. She's been in therapy in the hospital for 6-8 months. They removed her spleen, redid everything. She's been through hell. Imagine running over somebody and then driving them away. I can't imagine doing a hit and run and hurting people. That's just crazy. That story it was terrible. Guy and his daughter out for a bike ride, and then somebody run them over and kept going. It was in Florida. Somebody in Florida almost killed the family. It's sad, man. That girl looked so bad. Oh, it looked terrible. Strange people do strange things. I have realized something since I really started biking again. A lot of motorists really don't respect anybody on a bicycle. The beach cruiser with the 7 speeds, yeah, those are real nice. They are nice and comfy. I have to agree. But I like gravel and road. I like all sorts of bikes. I prefer a gravel bike. But there's actually people who hate people on bicycles. They feel they're in the way and the road is meant for the car, not the people. It's a pretty common attitude. I didn't know it existed. There's people who don't like you because you're on a bicycle. There's really a lot of people who don't like you. So think about that. You're out trying to ride a bike and there's people out there that hate you because you're in their way on your bicycle. That's freaking scary. And this attitude varies from country to country. Some countries give you too much room and really respect you. Other countries, they do not. Oh, it's really ridiculous how many people don't respect you and they actually hate you because you're on a bicycle and you're in their way of their steel machine. It varies. It's not even bicycle, it's motorcycle. Oh, motorcycles are the same way. People don't like you. Too big of a hurry. I don't know what their problem is. All right, let's figure out how to change the tire on this bike. I'm going to get rid of them purple tires. I'm scared of them. All right, here. How are we going to do this? A bike can never get in your way when turning left or right. I don't know. So many people get run over. Now we're going to get rid of these death tires. These tires are expensive too. It sucks I can't use them. I could use them. I'm just scared of them. Yeah, I'm just scared to use them. Dang, I need a tissue. We're changing bike tires. Because we no longer trust these son of a bitches. I hate doing this. Hardest thing in the world to get these damn bicycle tires off. It's so hard. I don't want to be dominated in chat. Try to shut up for now. You're not dominating. You're just chit-chatting. You're all right. All right. Damn, about broke my knuckle. Let's see what we're doing here now. Jeez Louise, that was hard. Okay, now we got to put the tires back on. Every bike has a little arrow that says which way the tire goes on. And you can never find it. It's like hidden. It's very hard to find. Okay, there's an arrow here. That tire, the bike tire must go. So if I'm riding the bike, the tire's coming this way, which means this tire needs to go like this. I put tires on backwards before. I went crazy. Had to take it all apart and do it again. So this goes like this. That means this goes here. And that means this goes on like this. All right. Jeez, that was hard. Okay, now we got that in there. Jesus, Louise, this is so hard. Why is this so hard? Okay, now I don't remember the recommended pressure. Huh. What is recommended pressure? Maximum is 65. So we'll go 45. What happened to everybody? Our chat stopped. Everybody fall asleep? Dozing on and off, are you? That's okay. I don't blame you. I usually go off by now, but I'm doing something that's keeping me busy. I'm trying to get the tires pumped to the right pressure now. Okay. All right. One down, one to go. Looks pretty good. Hell yeah. All right, we've switched from purple to black tires because I'm afraid of purple tires. Because I had the yellow tires almost kill me. So we went back to black. Hell, these are new tires too. I got 2 sets of these colorful new tires, but I'm afraid to use them. See if I remember how to put them away. Anybody needs good tires, I got them. I'm afraid of them. Yeah, I'm scared to use them. After my accident, I'm alleviating anything that could cause me a problem again. It may be a freak thing, but I'm scared. Even I will never use clip-on pedals ever again. I'm using normal shoes, flat tires. I ain't never going to get involved in any nonsense. I'm only a casual rider. I don't need to be racy. I don't need to be anything. I need to have comfort and safety. I don't give a shit if you pass me 100 times. I don't know what I got involved in, like an idiot, trying to be something I wasn't. I blame myself. Yeah, I blame myself for getting carried away. I ain't taking any more risks. I'm going back to just good old me, enjoying my casual biking. All right, one off and packed. One more to go. I hate changing tires. You should know about that, Sharon. I can't believe you had tires in there for years. I hate tires. Tires are dirty and it's a bitch to get on and off the rims. Yeah, hate this business. I'm sure if you're potent painkillers would be the worst risk, but Randy will make a way out of limitations of the walker. You know, I'm figuring it out. Oh. But I really do hate messing with tires. Out of everything on the bike, I hate the hell out of dealing with tires. I hate it. It drives me crazy. Damn, I got a scratch there? How did that happen? How did I get a scratch on the bottom of the pedal? Oh, hell, I can't have that. I'm really picky about scratches. A steel belt and tires can slice you open. Yeah, I've seen that happen to people. I don't know how I got a scratch on the bottom of my crank. I'm real picky about bikes. I even keep touch-up paint for every part. I'm really picky about keeping my bike spotless. I don't know why I'm that way. I've just always been that way about keeping things spotless and in good shape. Bro, in real body pain. Oh, this is life. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this one. Now, I forgot how to do this. Is this the side? Damn, I forgot how to do this side. Oh, here it is. I got it. Woohoo! Did it? I have to use a tissue because I use slime tubes. My bike tires are filled, my tubes are filled with slime. That way if I get a hole puncture, if it doesn't leak air out. So I use slime. It's like tubeless tires, but I use it in the tube. Slime is good stuff. Little messy though, see it's green. I'm breaking the tire off the bead. All right, now the hard part. If you finesse it just right, it's not so hard. All right, that one went easier. Booyah. Hallelujah. All right. 2 tires removed, 1 left to put back on. Now we have to figure out, let's see, the bike is here. The arrow needs to go that way. Now we got to find the arrow on here. There's the arrow. So the tire needs to go this way, which means it will be like this. Hallelujah. Ryan back out and came back in. What you watching ads? Oh, you're watching ads. Welcome. Thank you for your sub. Ryan is here to start the conversation again. Yeah, most other folks fell asleep. We've been on for like an hour and a half, 40 minutes, and I'm just playing with a bicycle, kind of bored. Thought I'd go ahead and get rid of the tires that I don't like anymore, that I don't feel safe about. So I went back to a softer rubber compound. I refuse to use Gravel King tires because I'm afraid of them. Prince, what's up? Hola, amigos. So I just changed the tires on my bike. Bulldog Mom, hello. Welcome. People coming back in. What happened? Did we have an awakening? Finally back to normal. Got some catching up. You're back to normal. Good. So we'll be able to talk next week, God willing. Urjo, what's up? Sell those slime tire tubes in America also. I don't know where they sell them. You can buy them online. Hold on, I'll show you the box. They're the best in the world. I ran over staples and nails and got home and looked, they were in the tire. I didn't even know it. I pulled all the staples out and they self-sealed themselves. Damn slime tubes are the best. Look online. There it is, slime tubes. Best damn tube in the world. You got me a Brooks saddle. What did you buy? Yeah, I use Brooks all the time. I love the Brooks saddles. Did you get a leather with a slot in it, or which one did you go for? Changing tires is like Chinese torture. I hate changing tires. It's definitely like Chinese torture. I hate doing it. But hey, I do everything myself, so I don't worry about it. I am self-sufficient. Even in times of pain and times of need, what doesn't hurt you and doesn't make you bleed will make you stronger. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Hallelujah. All right, let's put this tire back on. I think I hate change worse than tires. What's going on here? Why am I having so much trouble? What the hell happened? Jesus, Louise, son of a beast. Alright, I got it. It made me a little dirty, but I got it done. Hell, I was having some kind of trouble. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. Better get it checked by a professional before you ride it. Hell, I've been doing this my... I've heard that before. You better let somebody know what don't have looked at. May be advisable. It's kind of like airplane repair, you know. You may think you can fix an airplane, but you may want a professional to have just double check that work. Oh, you maintain your own jet, do you? Well, I don't believe I'll be flying with you, sir. So you maintain your airplane yourself? Huh. Yeah, be best if we just back away from each other right now. All right, I think we got it. I'll be damned. Professional. Got her done. All right. I got rid of the death tires and we're back to the ones that I always use. I don't know why I tried these stupid tires. I'll never do that again. All right. I've got the bike back to black tires with the gray walls. We got rid of the purple. The purple felt cool but dangerous. So anyway, now we're back in the saddle. I'm thinking about changing this Brooks saddle to a different Brooks saddle. I have another Brooks saddle that I'm going to use instead of this one, because I need the slotted one now that I have a problem. You know what? I need to do that too. Now this is the Brooks Special saddle that is leather and copper. See this saddle? It's copper in the bottom and copper and gold and leather. However, it's pretty comfy, but I have the better Brooks saddle that I think I'm going to use. Let's go in and get my other Brooks saddle. I prefer this is my better. I prefer this one. Let's go in here. This carved Brooks leather one. See that carving out in the middle? This one is just comfy right away. You ain't riding yet? Yeah, I rode 2.5 miles yesterday. I shouldn't have, but I got to get some exercise. I'm not going to be crippled. I rode yesterday, just around the compound, going really slow, about 10 miles an hour. I ain't flying. I got to move. Hell, I want to be out of here and ready to go. I'm just not allowed to put weight on my foot. That's why I'm using a walker, at least for 3 more weeks. I got to get recovered now. What happened? I broke my femur in a bicycle accident. So I got a broken femur and I've been put together with titanium. Let me show you. I don't mind showing you. How can I show you here? I'm new to hardware, so I just got put back together after being broken in half. I'm new to the whole being broken in half deal. Okay. But this is my hip, this is my femur. It broke there where the red is. So after it got broken, they put this 3 bolts in my leg, and now I'm a titanium man. And it's been about 1 month. So I'm learning I have to be careful not to put too much weight on it. Yeah, I broke that son of a bitch. Your femur is the bone that makes your whole body stay together. Once you break that, you're paralyzed and laying down until somebody helps you. So I broke the main core architecture of my body. Can't walk without riding a bicycle. Hell, you know it. Okay, let's see. I think we're going to switch that saddle to this saddle, because this one here feels better. I'm a thonkin'. Ryan, which Brooks saddle did you get? I'm nuts. Yeah, I'll be very careful. I probably won't go out again today. I got to be careful, because if I was to fall again, it'd be a catastrophe. TSA, I don't know. I've heard that the titanium, it doesn't go off at the airport. I don't know. We'll see. For my motorcycle, I don't think it's the same company. Oh, okay. I didn't know Brooks made them for motorcycles or not. Does it go off in a metal detector? I don't know yet. We'll know later. Your hand doesn't go off, so there you go. Your hand don't go off. Anyway, we'll Let me wash this tire crap off my hands. Now that I've been handling tires, I need to get this washed off. I don't like being touching everything when I'm dirty. I'm kind of like partial to cleanly stuff, you know. How did your hip feel while pedaling? A little scary, to be honest. It's kind of scary. Didn't hurt, but it's kind of scary. I tried to just use my other leg for all the pedaling, and the one that's broken, I just kind of let it sit there. But it still didn't feel righteous. It was kind of scary. Definitely was a little scary. Sure was. Scary situation. It'll make you thunk. Doc said it's okay. Oh no, the doc says don't do nothing and be very careful. You need one of them trikes. I ain't buying nothing. There's a good possibility I don't want to buy anything that I have to ship because I may be relocating before you know it. We'll have to see. I'm kind of sensitive about cleanliness. I'm a little sensitive about having cleanliness. Des, how are you? Hope you're doing all right. How's my pain today? You know what? I kind of quit focusing on it. It's always there now, and I'm just getting used to it. So I just don't focus on it. OCD, you're the same. Yeah, I have that problem. I got to keep things clean. I can't rest until I clean up things that I made dirty. It really makes me crazy. I got to put things in the right place. Everything has to be cleanly. I'm real nut about cleanliness and clutter. Get Vicodin. We don't have pain meds here. You just suffer. They ain't giving you nothing for pain here. I ain't had any pain medication since surgery. You don't get it here. You suffer. That's the way the ball works here. Your pain is not their problem. I think there's a double thing there. You don't use pain meds because of your blood and your bone healing. It's probably not safe. I'm sure the doctor and surgeon know what they're doing. They don't want to inconvenience you. I trust the doctor. Even though I wish I had pain meds, it's probably smart not to have them. I wish you could ship me some. I'll tell you what. I'd love to. You ought to invite me over for a little visit. All right, here we go. You can't ship me anything. I ain't going to prison. I ain't going to no prison for no pill. I'll pass. Ain't no way. Yeah, you ain't gonna catch me going to prison for drugs. Not even a single pill. Hell no. I don't want no part of that crap. I do not want to be an inmate. Dr. Feelgood on standby. Yeah, I don't want to be an inmate. I don't do well at confined spaces. Yeah. All right, now I'm thinking about this bike in the saddle. I have the copper brook saddle, and I'm thinking about changing it to this saddle because it's more comfy. Let me sit here and think about it. No, I didn't crash that cycle. I crashed this one. Now I'm sitting here thinking what I'm going to do next. Yeah, the bike I crashed, I had a rear rack on it, which saved the bike. It didn't even get scratched. This bike is a high-end bike. This is a very expensive bike. This is titanium with a big Gates carbon belt drive and 11-speed Alpine internal gearing. This bike is like, and it has, hell, just the brakes on this bike cost like $600-700. This is a high-end bike. This is a normal bike. Normal, I mean by like 1,000 to 2,000. These are 3,000 to 5,000. Depends on what bike you're into. Any decent bike costs $2,000 minimum. It's crazy. Any decent bike is $2,000. Hell, even my folding bike that I built mostly myself was $2,000. These brakes are some of the highest expensive brakes and rotors you can buy. Check them out. And then I'll explain why, but I still don't know why. You can look them up. These are JuneTech GTP 6-piston cable pull hydraulics. So when you buy these brakes with the matching rotors, you're up to around $500 minimum for brakes and rotors. And they're not even that great. It's supposedly the best ones you can buy. I used to go to Bahrain. I don't go anywhere anymore. I just hang out, ride bicycle. That's my life. I used to hang out in Bahrain a bit. I quit. Bahrain become like the UK. It's too expensive. Can't have any fun if they're taking my money. Bahrain used to be chill and fun, but not me anymore. Allah don't have boys in Bahrain. I don't know. It used to be kind of like the place where people like to have a drink or two, but it ain't that big a deal. I don't drink, so it doesn't really help me. Hell, I don't drink. I think if you really enjoy drink, maybe that's for you, but I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. You grew up in Bahrain? All right. I don't really drink, so it's not really a big deal. I think people that crave alcohol, it's probably a bigger deal for them. I mean, they're like jonesing to get over there and have a beer. Now you live in College Station, Texas. Whoop, whoop, Texas. Oakberry. Oh, my God. Welcome. Welcome, Miss Berry. I haven't seen you in a day or two. Whew. Miss Berry, what have you been up to? Miss Berry is here. Oak Berry. Life has been cray-cray. Tell me about it. I broke my damn femur. Had surgery, been paralyzed for a month. I'm just now getting to where I can be semi-normal. Hell, I'm using a walker. I got major problem. Yeah, look at it, hell. I'm on a walker. I got about another 3 or 4 weeks of a walker. I had my body put back together with titanium. I hadn't been to Tennessee in so many years, maybe 12 years. I ain't been nowhere. I have not been to America in 12 years. No, I have my main houses on the island of Cebu in the Philippines. They just got hit by a major earthquake. But hallelujah, my houses didn't get damaged. A lot of people died and their house was flattened. We got lucky. Our house didn't get damaged. So, it was crazy. That earthquake was major. It's destroyed so much stuff, killed so many people. Big ordeal. Not a simple thing. Yeah, it's a major ordeal. The world's a mess. The epicenter was right at the corner of Cebu. It was 6.9. It was a major earthquake. We got video of our house shaking for 30 seconds. I can't believe it didn't crack and fall apart. This was just last week. Just 3 days ago or 4 days ago. It's a major earthquake. This year we got lucky. Usually during the disaster I get hit. This disaster I didn't have any problem. The last typhoon filled my house up with water. This time we got lucky. We didn't have no problem. Thank God. So we got lucky this time. Yeah. Our country is a mess as usual, is it? Did you break your femur? Yes. I had a bike accident and it broke my femur. On a cobblestone road, I fell flat onto a cobblestone, the rock that went right into my hip and broke my femur. It's a big ordeal. At 5 in the morning with nobody around, laying there for 30 minutes yelling, trying to get somebody to come and help me because I couldn't move. It's a big deal. Very painful, very big deal. Big deal. Nonsense. I wasn't even going fast. I just went up a little hill to turn around and my bike flipped out from under me like I was on ice. I didn't know if I got hit by a car or a helicopter. I didn't know what was going on. Next thing I know, I'm laying down and I can't move. It happened in a 1/10 of a second. Crazy. Really. I ride 200 kilometers a week. I've fallen off before and had accidents, but I never had something like that happen. What's up, man? I'm just up in the morning, playing with some bikes, talking to people. Not doing a whole lot. Yeah, it was crazy. And it broke my right femur. So I couldn't even drive. Are you doing PT now? No, I've been doing... They make you exercise the day it happens. The day after surgery, they start you. Let's go to the Indian breakfast. I don't have a car. I can't go anywhere. I'm not supposed to drive, apparently, but I think I can drive now. I need to get my car back. It's crazy. Hell, I'm ready to drive. I can ride a bike now. I'm sure I can drive. Hey, I got to call and beg for a ride here or there. It's been a headache. I don't have no extra help. I had surgery and they dumped me off at the house 3 weeks ago. I couldn't even use the toilet 3 weeks ago and I had to buy a wheelchair toilet. It's been terrible. I have had no help, zero. I've been going it alone and struggling for a month. It's been terrible. Get the pins? No, I didn't get the pins. I bought a chair that I could roll around and use. I'll show you. The wife couldn't come and stay. It cost thousands of dollars to fly over here. I'd rather deal with the pain and suffering than pay thousands of dollars. I can have more pain, but I can't spend money. You know what I mean? You can't be spending a bunch of money. You're already broken. You got to save your money in case things go bad. Anyway, check it out. No. That roller chair was my bathroom. See that? That's how I use the bathroom. I couldn't reach the toilet. It was too low. So I use that and then rinse it out and take care of it. I had a solution for everything. I struggled for everything. Everything was a struggle. Nothing was easy. Nothing has been smooth. Everything's been terrible. It's not smooth at all. Yeah, not a damn smooth thing at all. Freaking terrible the whole time. Catastrophe. Buffalo Soldier, Sniper TV, what's up? And then plus I don't have any pain meds. They don't do pain meds. And even the doctor don't give them to you. They don't want pain medication floating around your body. Right after surgery, they make you stand up on a walker and you really suffer. Yeah, it's an unforgiving injury. And there's no mercy. And if you refuse to move and exercise, you'll pay later and you'll be walking crippled. So you just got to toughen up. It's the worst thing in the world. It's not like a broken hand. It's real harsh. What's wrong with the word spunk? Why? Did it take it out? I don't know. I don't know how it works over here. I don't know how it works. It may have been an auto mod thing. I don't know why. Huh. Auto mod. I wonder why that's a bad word. I don't know. I never heard of that being bad. Silly. Oh, there's some words. Remember, for 6 months we couldn't say jewelry. It thought we were making fun of Jewish people. Anybody typed jewelry before, it caused a major problem. It would blog. It was such a nonsense. The word jewelry kept getting banned and cutting it down. Not anymore. We fixed it. I think it was just going by the first 3 letters of the word. It was like a couple months till I could figure out what was going on. And I think at the time we were at gold store showing people jewelry. And every time somebody asked about it, it would cut everything off. Hell, we're at a jewelry store showing people gold. Took me to ever to figure that out. I couldn't understand what was going on. Some of the AI auto mod stuff that they do on these, I ate some eggs this morning. Yeah, some of this auto mod stuff is very weird. I had to add it so people could type it. That's true. Here, pain med, you have to sign a contract. Urine, make sure you're taking it, not selling it. Well, here they just don't do it. So, and I guess you're not supposed to have pain meds when your bone is trying to heal. Hell, I don't know how it works. All I know, I've been suffering for a freaking month. But you walk around, you do your exercise, you do your physical therapy, and then you just lay flat on a bed. Hell, I've been laying in bed for a month. I spend more time laying down than up. Yeah, my dad broke his femur 2 days ago. He rode his bike down to the grocery and somehow he fell inside of the grocery, and my dad just finished surgery yesterday. It's a freaking nightmare. My poor dad looks terrible. He's in his late 80s. They sent me pictures of him in the hospital. Hell, it looks awful. He looks so feeble and terrible. It's a terrible sight. He looks just absolutely terrible. Yeah, it looks so awful. Makes you almost cry. It looks so bad. I think today they're going to transfer him to the rehab center. My dad looks so bad. Oh my God, it's sad. Let me see. Here, you can be sad with me. Check it out. Let me look at the picture. This is a picture of my dad in his late 80s with a broken femur, and it looks so, it'll make you cry. My sister's helping Dad. It's terrible. He's in so much dying pain. It's awful. He looks so bad. This is right. Oh, Pop, looking terrible. Yeah, it's terrible looking.
This is pretty much my life the last few days. Probably going to sleep and thinking more rehab.
They got to put notes everywhere so when he wakes up, he understands what happened. They had him so medicated, he'd wake up and he was trying to pull out all of his IVs. He couldn't understand what was going on.
He doesn't know. He forgets everything every 5 minutes.
Yeah, he broke the same bone. Hey, I'll be all right, son.
I had to put this in his hand.
This one first.
Because he kept trying to unplug everything.
They had to put mittens on him so he wouldn't, in his sleep, try to pull out all his IVs and cords. Anyway, God bless him. Another thing, though, is he may be in his late 80s, but he rides a bicycle every day. So he wasn't feeble and dying. If he'd been a feeble, crippled guy, he'd probably be dead. But he seems to be strong. Yeah, they don't want no one to have pain meds when you're healing from your bones. They really try to avoid any pain meds. They don't want nobody to be, they want you just to handle it and suffer through it. You know, my pop gets up in the morning, gets his 3-wheel bicycle, takes it to the elevator, goes downstairs, gets out, rides the bike down to McDonald's and to the store and comes home. He can barely walk, but he was active. He wasn't sitting there just... You got to be active. You can't sit back and just let life go by. If you're not active and you have a problem, your problem's going to be compounded. The lady at the hospital, we were talking about physical therapy, and she said, "You're lucky you got a good attitude." She has some people that refuse to get out of bed for a week, and she said their recovery takes months and months because they refuse to start their physical therapy right away. Because you start your physical therapy like 8 hours after surgery. They make you stand up on a walker and move around and learn to walk. If you don't do that, all your muscles will tighten up and you'll be handicapped. It's really hardcore. I was shocked. Just had surgery. You want me to get up and walk around? Are you freaking crazy? You're in pain, you're in tears, you can barely even think about it. Hey, Jim. And they make you get up and walk around. With a walker, of course. You're not allowed to put your body weight on your limb, but the recovery process is unimaginable. I remember when the physical therapist first came in, I said, "Are you serious?" She said, "Yeah, you gotta move your ankle around in a circle, move your toes. After you're done with that, we need to get up, see how many feet you can walk." Yeah, plus I had 18 staples down the side of my hip. I broke my femur on the 5th of the month. I had surgery on the 6th, last month. So it's been almost a month. I got about another month before I can take more risks. But it's insane what they want you to do. I guess it's normal. They do it everywhere. Even in the U.S., my dad, they making him get up the very next day after surgery. That's just standard operating procedure. Apparently, if you don't get up and move around, you could be years getting better. So they make you do it right away. And I think there's a lot of pain, but the biggest problem is the whole mental part of it. You have big-ass rods stuck in your bones and you feel them. Because active, after you've had an injury, go to the stiff. Every time you move, you hear cracking. Really? Well, that's why I'm moving then. I just feel the bolts. That's what I feel. I have one bolt that's down lower. That son of a bitch is like somebody stabbed me with a screwdriver and just left it in my leg. Same in Canada, huh? Man, it's terrible. So I'm battling the mental part of having metal parts in my body. That's mental. It's freaking terrible. It's not like you wake up, oh, I must have metal in me. No, you know it's there, and I don't know how months it takes for that constant reminder that you got something sticking in your leg. It doesn't seem natural at all. It's terrible. It makes you just feel downright terrible. My lower screw just is giving me hell even today. Yeah, I've been in terrible pain. You were up 6 hours after surgery. Me too. Terrible, isn't it? Let's see here. The biggest problem in my life right now, today, is that screw right there at the bottom of my leg. That son of a bitch hurts so bad. Even today, it's like somebody stabbed me with a screwdriver and left it in my leg. It's so freaking painful. It won't stop. It just will not stop hurting. It's very painful. And it's just a little hole. Where's that little hole at where they put it in? The hole already healed. They went through there and put that screw in. But that screw there that's going sideways, God blesses, that hurts. Might be nagging pain when the weather gets cold. Man, you never know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm used to living in pain and suffering. Yeah, I'm used to metal. Sometimes nerves can be affected. I don't know, man. It's constant reminder you can't forget. I have moments where I don't think about it. You do not live in pain and suffering. Oh, I do. I live in hell. Remember, I had to do all this and recoup solo. I didn't have nobody coming over kissing my butt going, ooh, boo-boo, we're so sorry. Can we get you something? I didn't have nobody taking care of me. I had to plan to go to the bathroom. I'm thinking, how am I going to get my leg up? I figured out how to use my left leg to pick up my right leg to get me out of bed. I had so many things to figure out. Hell, I couldn't. It was a lot of stuff to figure out. And then you can't lay on your left or right side for weeks. I can now lay on my left side with moderate pain, but I can't lay on my right side yet. So you lay flat. I watched a lot of nonsense documentaries on YouTube, just laying in bed. Yeah, you watch a lot of nonsense stuff. Just lay around and watch a bunch of stupid videos. Yeah, ain't nothing good about it. Documentaries are so interesting. I like documentaries. And I don't pick any. I just let them pop up. Whatever they recommend. I get way lost in shit that has nothing to do with me or my life. I'm just watching. Something to do. I've watched some of the most. My dad broke his 3 days ago. You're going to bed. See you next time. All right. I'm going to send you a message. I'm going to send you a message. What have you learned on YouTube? So much nonsense. I sent you a message. I just been watching nonsense documentaries. I can't take any more politics. I can't handle it no more. You know what have affected your mental because you could acknowledge some disability, service companion. Yeah, but I wasn't here for days. Nobody was taking care of her. Lucky he's with Marcelino. Hard to imagine the dates and similar injuries as you. Did he know you were recovering? I guess he did. He didn't. He's got, Dad has Alzheimer's now. He comes and goes into reality. He's really kind of spaced out. I gave Earl to Marcelino, but I'm sure he'd probably be coming back in December. Let's see. I don't have any things to do now, but he's been with Marcelino since the holiday, and I didn't pick him up, and he likes it there. He has a couple of people, and he hangs out. If he'd been here, he'd been suffering. That's how it works. So the guy that watched her all the time is Marcelino anyway, and he likes him. So they've been good to go. Let's move to a comfier position. Oh God, I had to take pressure off my hip. Whew. After midnight, I'm going to bed. Take care. All right, Des, have a good sleep. See you next time. You got to work tomorrow? Whoop, whoop. Work hard. Bye, Des. Have fun. I believe I need to get up here in a minute, take a shower, get ready to roll. I'm going to try to get over to somebody's house for lunch. I got to figure out how to get a ride. I need to go out and harass my neighbors. Whoever I see outside, I'd trap them. Can you give me a ride somewhere, please? I've trapped a few neighbors and got rides from them. It's funny how everybody acts like it's crazy if you need to give somebody a ride. I don't have an Uber here. I don't know what I could use. I need to figure out some like a company that could take me somewhere. It's been a nightmare. One guy at the office comes and helps me. There's no taxis in this small town. Played with my Stream Deck? No, I haven't. I don't use any of that stuff anymore. I don't even think I have it. Yeah, I quit all that. Yeah, I could call the driver, see if he'll help me out today. But usually on Friday morning, he goes to his sister's. Automatic, like, bro, what's up? So I haven't really been using any of this streaming stuff. I'm just using my phone. I kind of got burnt out on streaming heavy duty. Because every time I would be streaming, somebody would somehow get me banned for weeks, and I just got burnt out. I hardly stream at all compared to what I used to. You know, I just had all the people attacking me constantly, and it gets old. You're going to hit the hay. All right, Sharon, see ya. I game a little, not much. I played a couple of games this week, but I'm not really into it either. I've been riding bicycle mostly. Yeah, I have had lifelong haters that won't leave me alone. Hate watchers looking for me to make a mistake and say anything and report me. Hell, I've been banned so many times, I get tired of it. Suspended, in trouble, it just gets old. After a while, you just get tired of it. It's so bad. Yeah, I just been riding a bike every day. Yeah, but riding a bike is what's kept me skinny. I'm not missing much. Probably not. I ride bicycle 200 kilometers a week. They also try to bait you in the chat. Yeah, they're always doing stuff in chat trying to get me to say or do something. It's crazy. I don't even know the people, don't know what's up. I have no idea why. It's just the way it is. You guys remember poor Vanita? Poor Vanita was harassed until she died. There were some people that followed her around everywhere and just harassed that poor lady until she died. There's real hardcore trolls online. The worst one was the guys that wouldn't leave Vanita alone. I was shocked. They bothered that poor lady. That troll who bothered her, it would have been nice if they pointed out who that really was. She had a couple of people that just trolled her. What group was this? How old was she? It was on Twitch. What am I going to have for lunch? I don't know. I may go to somebody's house. It was on Twitch. Just somebody harassed the hell out of her. And she would just live stream, and she was a chatty lady. They just would not leave her alone. She died. When you stream, that's what happens. Yeah, when you stream, the whole world's out there, and you'll always find somebody somewhere just trying to hurt people. It's just very weird folks in the world. And if you react, that's when they really come on strong. And poor Vanita couldn't figure out not to react and just don't worry about it. So they like doing it because her reaction, and she would get so upset. We all got in trouble. Yeah, it happens. It's been going on for years. You just get, I don't worry about it anymore. I used to get pissed and care. I don't care. But I never react. I don't care. And you can't say anything. You say anything, then you get banned for being mean or something. I don't know. I learned just not to worry about it. They troll people for anything and everything. Try to trap people to say something or do something. That's just what they do. It's a sport for some people. I don't really understand it. Before Periscope, God, what was the name of that? Hell, I can't remember either now. There was a couple. I can't remember the names. You caught me off guard or I would have told you. The problem is not the trolls. The problem is any streaming company acknowledging and reacting to what the trolls are doing to people. They don't have any consideration for the broadcaster. That was the problem. Yeah, the problem is actually letting people take action and reaction. It's kind of not as bad as it used to be. When the whole woke thing started in the world and they got hyper woked, you got to remember, they banned the President of the United States. You can't troll me, I hardly stream. I hear you. But they banned the President of America on Twitter and YouTube. Think about that. They banned the President. So you ain't got a prayer in hell. They banned the President. That's how obscene it went. People don't even think about that. They banned the President. They banned the President. Think about it. What the freaking hell? You banned the President everywhere. That's just insane. So what chance do you have as just some old Joe somewhere on the corner of any planet in any place? Ban the freaking President, your chance in hell. You ain't got a single chance to do anything. Your words mean nothing. Ban the freaking President. That's just insanity. We were at the peak of wokeness. We were at the very peak of wokeness when they banned the President. When you look back on it, it's kind of funny, but it's kind of like unbelievable. It makes everybody else feel they ain't got a chance in hell to do anything. Ban the President. Anyway, he's getting paid for all that now. YouTube gave him $24 million this week. All the TV stations have to pay him too for lying. Hell, he's earned probably $50 to $100 million just from all the woke stuff. He goes to court and he keeps winning on that stuff. So he's winning. Just takes a while, but he's winning. I can't believe YouTube paid him $24 million. Damn, I wish they'd let me sue him. They should ban me so I can sue him. I don't think I'll get $24 million, but hell, give me $24. I won't even be greedy. Ban me and send me $24. He's worth $7.2 billion now. I hear you. No, I'm not in the Philippines. I'm in Saudi in bed recovering. Pray for Cebu. Man, my wife and them made a bunch of care packages yesterday to send out to the people in the northern Cebu. This time my house didn't get hurt, but I still had to end up paying. My wife always puts together care packages, and I end up paying. Every time there's a disaster, I have to pay. During the typhoon, I gave away thousands of dollars of stuff. We donated $200. I don't even want to know what we donated. They spent all last night getting together a bunch of care packages. They went out this morning. I donated like hell. She put together a complete care package with baby formula wipes. Gotta go. See you. So we always end up being donators. That's life. Everybody ends up helping everybody else the best they can. All right, I think I've had enough, folks. Did your wife give away the rice again? Yeah, she did. She gave away everything. She got tons of rice, tons of food, tons of diapers, baby wipes. We gave away a fortune. Hell, I'm not rich either. It's like hardcore. We give away so much stuff. But I guess the haves, and it is what it is. It's a whole karma thing. If we don't help, I think we'd pass out. Hell, I ain't rich. Rich people don't give money away. Really rich people don't give away one penny. The average and poor folks is the ones that help each other out. You ain't gonna get no help from no rich people. That's why they're rich. They wouldn't give you 10 cents to save your baby's life. Always the average and poor people help more than anybody in the world. That's just the way it is. It's always been that way. Us normal folks help out other people. Rich people don't help. Never. Yeah. Hungry people share half their food with another hungry person. Rich people lock the door and keep you away. All right, Sharon, see you later. All right, I need to get a shower and see what I can get started today. I'm going to try to take a shower, get a ride to somebody's house for lunch, and then come back. So today we're going to try to have some events. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Oak, Sharon, Harry, everybody, GMJ, everybody, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you. God bless. Take care, Bruce. See you guys next time. We're out of here.